Welcome to Between the Cracks. In this episode, meet Richmond Real Estate Maestro Elizabeth Hagen. Explore the market, her local favorites, jazz passion, and charitable endeavors. A symphony of real estate, music, and community awaits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Between the Cracks podcast. I'm Madden.
And I'm Matt.
And today we're going to be joined by a guest, Elizabeth Hagen with Joiner Fine Properties.
And that's going to be a lot of fun. I like talking to Elizabeth. But before we do that, we just finished up Thanksgiving. I am going to start all this over again because that sucked.
We just finished up Thanksgiving. Yeah, Matt, we did.
I mean, it's hard to say something because we technically haven't.
I know, we haven't done it yet. Yeah.
But I imagine it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm thinking it'll be fun.
So.
Okay. So you want to start with Thanksgiving and lead up to Elizabeth?
Yeah, I think we should start there. I was thinking maybe just talking about gratitude, maybe what we're grateful for and stuff and whatnot.
Oh, well, let me think of things I'm grateful for before we put me on the spot.
I like to put you on the spot. That's what makes it fun.
That's how we're going to end up with 10 takes.
But you get more natural responses that way, right?
I don't know what I'm grateful for, Matt. I'm a selfish human being.
That is going into the podcast.
Oh, that'll be fun. I hope that makes it to the bloopers. That'll be good. Okay, I have to think. I'm great. When I was in kindergarten, I said I was grateful for clocks. That's how bad I am at gratitude. I'm grateful for a lot of things. I just don't think about it. And then when I'm on the spot, I think of clocks.
Why clocks?
Because there was a clock on the wall.
So you were grateful for clocks because you saw a clock.
Because I saw a clock, and I was put on the spot. That's just, I mean, I can be grateful for light switches this year if you want.
Or ladders, or...
Right, there's a whole bunch of binders.
Microphones.
Right, lights, phones, whatever.
Purple lights so it's not blinding.
Okay, hold on, I have to get myself together. Now I'm tearing up with laughter.
Just so you know, some of this probably is going to make it in.
I know. That's fine.
If I can find a way to cut it in there, it's going to work.
All the stupid things? Okay. I need actual answers.
Well, you can't just make it up. You actually have to be grateful
I'm grateful for things, Matt, I promise.
So I'm grateful for my family.
Yeah, no, I got there.
I'm grateful for turkey, which we are smoking a turkey this year.
I knew
and it's
you
going
were.
to be nice and juicy and buttery and yummy.
You got really distracted there.
It's so good.
You got really excited about the turkey.
Like, I think I legit just got hit with some tryptophan.
No, I know. That was really entertaining to watch. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm good. Maybe.
What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for my family. And I'm grateful for being in Richmond this year. Like, experiencing a new city. And the new friends I have. And my job.
How many new friends do you have?
Like 3. I haven't made that many.
That might be 3 more than I have.
Well, yeah. I'm grateful for the job. And let's see. I've got great bosses. I'm just going to butter everyone up as much as possible during this episode so they'll get rid of that selfish remark.
I'm grateful for that year-end bonus I'm hoping for.
Oh, yeah, that's good. No, I am grateful for, my health and just being able to, be here, have a podcast and have a job and just, I don't know, have a successful career starting out of college.
Yes. It's good to be able to get into a position where you enjoy what you're doing enjoy who you're doing it with, and
able to have fun and throw a fish at people.
That's right. I like throwing the fish. We haven't thrown a fish in the last week, so I think it's been slow though. It's been quiet.
Yeah, no, we'll have someone that deserves a fish soon, I'm sure. Or we can just start throwing it at Scooter when he walks in.
That's right.
Like it's a football. See if he catches it every week.
We could just set a trap above the front door, so when he opens it, it just falls on him.
That's good. I don't know if I want to do the fish for that though. I think we need something else. Maybe some glitter. Although we'd have to clean that up, so probably not glitter.
I'm feeling like maybe we should do it before this podcast posts.
He's going to be expecting it otherwise. Oh, goodness.
So tell us a little bit about what we have going on today.
So today we have Elizabeth Hagen with Joyner Fine Properties. Elizabeth is one of our favorite agents. She has been using us for quite some time now. She especially uses us for walk-in talks. And she just is a really interesting person. She tells us a little bit about her hobbies outside of work and some of her favorite places to visit in Richmond.
Yeah, and so if you like champagne, you're going to enjoy finding out about some good places.
Or the color pink.
That's right. So she has her things that she likes. Yeah. But she is a very caring person.
Oh, yeah.
And feels deeply for other people and really wants to help people. And we talk a little bit about her charities as well.
Yes.
Which there are many.
And she's a very talented singer, or so I've heard. I've listened to her music a little bit on Spotify, and I'm really excited now that it's Christmas, because she has a Christmas album that I get to listen to.
I mean, if you've listened to her, then why did you say so I've heard?
Well, I haven't seen her in person. I have heard that she is really great in person as well. Like, she's a good performer.
Gotcha.
Scooter and Janice have gone and checked out one of her shows.
Yes.
So that's what I've heard, but I've also listened to the recorded stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to one of her shows one of these days.
Yeah, I hope she has some soon.
Yeah. So with that, let's take it away. So today we have Elizabeth Hagen with us. She's with Joyner Fine Property. Elizabeth, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I am with Joyner Fine Properties over in their West Hampton Commons office, which is the newest addition. It's above Conejo in the building they just built at Patterson and Libby. So we're in a new building right there in the heart of the near West End, which is fun. And been in Richmond, over 25 years now. Nice. So came here after college and grew up in Roanoke originally, but Richmond is home now.
Okay, Roanoke. Where'd you go to college?
Randolph-Macon Women's College in Lynchburg. So I went there and then came to the big city. Richmond was a big city.
That's right.
After
You're in the big town now.
After being in Roanoke and Lynchburg, Richmond was major. I remember they had a traffic report, and I was like, oh my gosh, like a traffic report.
I live in such a big city.
And I was like, holy smokes.
So, what is your favorite neighborhood or district to have listings in?
Well, that is like asking what your favorite child is. But I do sell a lot, probably from the Fan near West End and far West End out to Shore Pump. So kind of that is where I do a lot of listings, but certainly I'm not, anywhere, but I do a lot of them there. And certainly, the Fan is great because of the historic character and things like that. The near West End is beautiful, and certainly I'm very familiar with the far West End and Short Pump areas. That's where I live, but so probably Fan to West End.
Do you like older houses or new construction?
I like both. It's very hard to say because I like both, and I'm very drawn to historical homes, but there is something fantastic about when everything's just fresh and new and clean, and obviously you get a little more closet space.
That's right.
Than you do in the Fan.
That's right.
So.
No, that's awesome. I love looking at all your listings. They're all so pretty.
Oh, thank you. We just pended one yesterday.
Yes, I saw that. Okay, so then you deal with a lot of clients when you're doing your listings, and so what areas of Richmond are like up and coming? Where are you seeing most people wanting to move?
Certainly, I think that sort of radius from downtown, if you think about, so let's say the Fan, they were built like turn of the century, 1910, 1912. Okay, so let's say the Fan is built in that time frame. So if you go north, south, and west, you have Bellevue, West River Hills, and the near West End, correct? So they're all like equidistant from the Fan, and you can tell that just growth, was radiating out of that area.
Right.
So a lot of people want to stay kind of in that area. That's certainly very popular for walkability, for character of homes, energy, and things like that. I think Richmond in total is having a lot of growth. Even I think there's a lot of growth north and in the Glen Allen area and also to the east. And so I personally see a lot of people that want to be in that sort of radius around the Fan, Bellevue, West River Hills, near West End. But I think that all of Richmond is certainly experiencing a lot of growth.
All of the homes I've seen in like downtown Richmond have like the older homes. They have so much character. They have such good bones. And I love going on those inspections, although I don't love the parking at those inspections.
Be a little tougher, and certainly, inspecting the roofs on fan houses can be a little challenging. I always think about too, like, who has lived here? Who has experienced life here? People have had holidays here and have celebrations and have had heartache. And you think about you think about a fan house, how many people have lived there? Probably a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm always kind of intrigued by
the history behind the house, but also behind the people in the houses. That's awesome. Definitely. So like you said, Richmond is an up-and-coming area. There are a lot of people moving here. How competitive would you say the market is for buyers?
I think it's definitely still a seller's market right now. I think a lot of that is due to lower inventory and also, the period where we had 3% interest rates or sometimes even lower. We definitely needed that to help make sure the economy did not go off a cliff with COVID, but the downside is that now people are going to hold on to their houses. If you have a mortgage like that, you're probably going to hold on to it unless you have to move. So I think it will exacerbate the low inventory problem. Why would you give that up if you don't have to? So I think it still is competitive. I think the market has softened a little bit coming into the fall and maybe into the winter and things, but it's still a seller's market.
Yeah.
It's still a seller's market.
It's kind of what we've been seeing. You are one of our favorite real estate agents who uses our walk and talk services.
Yes, I love the walk and talk.
And that helps, we hope it helps our clients who can't get a home inspection for their contract. So I just wanted to see, has that really helped your clients?
100%. And I think for Burgess to pivot and kind of offer that service in a time that buyers were having to waive inspections, you want your clients to be competitive, but I'd lay awake at night if I'm wondering like, oh my gosh, what if something was like really wrong? It would, I would feel like I failed them as an agent. So the walk-in talks are great because then people can waive an inspection and be competitive and yet have some peace of mind. We just got something under contract and did a walk and talk with Marcus over in Bellevue. And it was a great renovation, super cute house, 6 offers. It was very, very competitive. If we hadn't waived the inspection, we would not have gotten it. But she also could have some confidence that, she wasn't buying a lemon. So kudos to Marcus. Certainly he's always very thorough, and the walk-in talks are are great because you kind of get the best of both worlds. You have to plan for that.
Yes.
It's harder to do at the last minute.
Yeah, because you have to be able to show the house and also have an inspector there. Of course.
Well, we appreciate you looking at those, and we do try to get that same point across to people, like, well, having alternatives. Just make sure. I mean, because we have heard of stories of people having, horror houses they purchased because
absolutely.
they didn't look at it at all. And I know you do a lot of business with us, and we love that. Quite honestly, if it goes too long and I don't see your name pop up, I'm like, I hope she's okay.
Oh my God. My mama will appreciate that. The Burgess Inspections is looking out
That's
for
right.
me. I also think, I was going to say, so if I do a walk and talk with a client, I always tell them, you can have a full home inspection after you close. Like, that doesn't mean you can't have an inspection at all. This is all really just making sure there is not a 911 emergency situation. So you can buy the house with confidence knowing that there's nothing a huge problem. But let's say you want to just, maybe there's some honey-do list, like little things that could be, you can glean that from a full home inspection after you move in. Sometimes it's a great gift to give your client as a closing gift, is like, I'm going to, do a home inspection for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I like that idea.
You like that idea?
That's like, we should do that more.
Put it with a bow.
And by the way, we offer a move-in discount. So if you get an inspection after the move-in, we do
I would
offer a
honestly
discount.
recommend that, especially for your walk and talk clients.
Mm-hmm.
Offer them a discount off a full home inspection because they probably would like a full home inspection. They just, the way the market has been, they can't do it.
Get one until after.
So they might want that, and if they've paid, whatever for the walk and talk, maybe they get a discount for those clients.
Right.
For a full home inspection after they've closed.
Absolutely. And we do. We actually, if you just move in without a home inspection, we have a 5% discount. If you got our walk and talk, it's a 10% discount.
That's great. So, see, I did not know that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad I came today.
Well, then that just says we need to up our marketing on our
That's
discounts
right.
a little bit.
I did not know that. See, I did not know that. But I think that's a great, because it encourages people to then do the whole kit and caboodle when
absolutely.
they can.
And just like getting into this job and reading all the reports, there's so much information about a home to be found out in your home inspection report.
There's a lot.
There's a lot going on, but there's like simple things like, exactly where you change your filter every, half a year or whatever you need to do to change your filter. All that information is also just really good to get to know your house as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. People can, I tell my clients too, you can have a home inspection every year or every 5 years, just as like a maintenance kind of thing too.
Yeah.
Not just when you move in.
For sure. It's
I'm
important
sorry,
to
you
keep
can
up
hire
with
me
it.
for the marketing position.
Yeah, I know. Elizabeth, you're gonna have to join our team.
Oh my gosh. Tell Wes a TM. He will not be pleased.
But
Wes, she's coming to us.
Right.
All right.
No, this is what's happening.
Look at this beautiful office they've given me.
But I mean, your marketing is fabulous. I love your new logo when you moved to Joiner, your little Elizabeth Hagen. Adorable. I stalk your social media as part of my job, but also because it's fun. And I loved your small space series because I have a tiny apartment. And you just have a fabulous eye for interior design.
Thank you. Well, I'm a firm believer in sometimes too much is like, I live in a townhome that for me is plenty of space.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes bigger is not always better.
Mm-hmm.
And just because a place is smaller does not mean it is deficient in design or it cannot be fabulous. I mean, think about people who live in New York in like a 400 square foot space, it can still be beautiful. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it. But it has to be cohesive and kind of all work together.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that was a good series, and I know you have a series of like your favorite places to go to.
Favorite
neighborhoods, yes.
Mm-hmm. You just did Tuckahoe Terrace.
Yes, I saw that, and that was your most recent listing, correct? That was in that area?
Yes, that just went under contract yesterday and was the childhood home of a dear friend of mine.
Oh,
so it had a lot of
sweet
emotion.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of heart there.
He grew up there.
That's cool. So, I'm new to the area and still looking for some cool places. So, where is your favorite place to visit in Richmond?
Oh, is a tough thing.
You can give me a list. That'd be okay. If you have like a top 5, that's totally fine too.
Well, I personally love, I'm a pink kind of girl, so I love to go to the Cork Hotel. They have a little pink bubbly, champagne and cork, all things pink. I also love to go to La Mer and do the same. I love the bar at La Mer.
Okay, that's been recommended to me before.
Yes. So I love those 2 places. I also, let me think, what are my favorite places? I mean, these all involve alcohol, so I'm not sure. Like,
What about the place that you do the jazz at? Is that a place you like to go to hang out to?
so yeah, I still play. I need to probably play a little bit more, but we play down at the Hilton sometimes with Jason Jenkins. He's kind enough to let me come sing with him, and that's in the old Miller Rhodes building downtown, which is now the Hilton downtown. So that's also a fun spot. And they have a nice little swanky lounge. So that's a nice spot in downtown Richmond, which is fun.
Yeah, downtown is fun.
We've had, I know we've had a few people from Burgess that's come out to see you. So hopefully let us know next time, because I didn't get a chance to go out last time, so I'd love to hear it.
I know Janice and Scooter came out last time. That was fun. It was like Joiner folks and Janice and Scooter were there. We had a good time.
Yeah.
We had a good time. Yeah, that's a nice little spot, and I want to check out that Reveler. That's a new spot in Carytown that looks kind of cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, lots of good places, and certainly, you know, Browns Island and things like that I love to look out over the river and stuff.
Yeah.
I was going to say the boathouse, but again, it's like that involves champagne again. Guilty's charged.
So champagne would be your favorite go-to?
That's correct.
Yeah, that would be your drink. Got it.
Yeah, I haven't had a beer since the 90s. I haven't. I really haven't. I don't do that.
Have you looked at her Spotify? You can listen to her music on Spotify.
No, I was actually going to ask you how I could hear some of your music.
So it's on Apple Music, Spotify, all of those.
Just
so
look up your name?
it's under Emmy St. James, and her Jazz Gentleman is my little station.
Okay.
But there's a Christmas album.
There's a Christmas album, which I'm
very
very
cool.
excited to. I was listening to it the other day, and I was like, it's a little early for Christmas music, but
Hey, man, I heard
Not-
the other
not
day.
so- Not
it's never
according to
too
Walmart.
early. It's never too early.
I heard the other day, people that listen to Christmas music live longer.
No,
So,
I agree.
you know,
I was
break it out,
I
break
was
it out.
researching for this podcast interview, and I was like listening to music, and I'm like, Matt's gonna walk back here and be like, why is there jazz playing in the office?
I think I need to record again. I think I'm gonna. It's high
Yes.
time because that Christmas album was done over 10 years ago.
Really? Wow, okay.
Mhm.
I think you should definitely record again. I would love to hear some newer music.
I told Joyner I'm ready to sing their jingle. I will sing the Burgess jingle
please.
for
You just need to come up with one first.
Yes. Join our marketing team, come up with the jingle, sing it for us, and then you can go back.
Do you also write music?
I would be happy to do it. The Burgess hold music.
Oh yeah. Do you have anything?
Well, I mean, we asked about we talked a little about your jazz, but I'm just curious how you got into that.
It's interesting because I grew up listening to a lot of jazz because my dad loved like big band music and singers, and so I grew up listening to a lot of that from my dad, and it kind of sounded strange, but I learned a lot of the songs that I sing now, I mean, when I was a child. So I played piano and had this, book of like jazz standards, and I played piano and listened to them, I mean, since I was, 4th, 5th grade.
Wow.
So I really kind of fell in love with it as a child, I think from hearing it at home. And I think my grandparents were very influential in my life, and that was the music of their generation. And to me, they were kind of up on a pedestal to me, so I just sort of idolized everything, in that sort of time period that they grew up in. I mean, my grandfather grew up in Toledo, Ohio, where they had these huge, long piers that would go out into the Great Lakes. And in the summer, the big bands would tour, like the Glenn Miller Orchestra would come and they would play on the pier. And my grandfather would tell these stories. They would dress up to the nines, they'd have their dates, and they'd go out to the pier and they'd dance under the stars to these big bands, you know, in like the 20s and 30s. And it's like, that just sounds so magical to me. So I think I sort of idolized that a little bit in my mind. And then the music is so great. The lyrics are so great. So I think all those things together, I fell in love with it as a child. And then honestly, I had studied classical voice in college. And when I came to Richmond, I just sort of, you know, you're so naive and green, like you don't know what you don't know, where I was like, here, let's do it, you know, like. And so looking back, I was so naive and so green, and yet I was fearless. You know what I mean? Like, me now, there's no way in the world I would, like, just be like, yeah. But at the time.
Without the champagne, at least.
Right. And I was like, yeah, I'll get up there and, you know. So, you know, now I would not have the courage to do that. But when I was, you know, 21, I did. So that's how it just sort of started. And I had great musicians and friends that helped me, you know, learn how to write a chart, how a form of a song goes, how to lead a band, how all those kind of things that I just learned from doing it.
That's
So I
awesome.
had great
That is
people
awesome.
around me. Mm-hmm.
That's good to say. Cool.
Yeah. That's his
That sound like Scooter.
It is. He says it so often. It's fabulous. When he's not here, we make fun of him just a little bit.
Oh my gosh. I wish I could bottle that little accent, like,
Yeah.
just like, Scooter Bodger. Bottle it up, put it in my pocket.
I know. It's always so entertaining to listen to him talk.
I love it. I know I could, like, I'd just be like,
That's
made us sleep.
what you'll be doing on the podcast from here on out. We'll get him to talk for a while, and you'll be like, "This is
Just
perfect."
start getting him to read some books on tape.
Yes.
People will be like, we don't need that calm app. We just
We
need
just
to
need
listen to
Scooter.
Scooter. It lulls me to sleep. Put a little lullaby behind it.
Oh, absolutely.
That's right.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
We'll tell him this idea, and we'll see how he feels about it.
Another marketing.
That's right.
We could sell it. We could on tape. We could be like,
But get him to okay the Burgess jingle first. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Let's do that first. I agree. Oh goodness. So then, we are, getting into the Thanksgiving time frame. It's fall. It's getting colder. We're just kind of, trying to get back a little bit. So we just wanted to know what your favorite charity is.
Yeah. It's interesting you asked me that question because I just before that had a meeting with some Joiner colleagues. We have a community outreach committee at Joiner.
Wonderful.
So we plan quarterly charity events within Joiner where people can volunteer the time and go work. And so we choose those charities kind of carefully throughout the year where we can be most effective and sort of dovetail with Joiner's mission and that sort of thing. So in January we did a volunteer event at Feed More.
Yeah.
In June we did a volunteer event at Charities, which I spearheaded. Then quarter 3 we did a volunteer through Habitat for Humanity, and then in Q4 we'll be doing Families First, I think. Families First. Anyway, they help provide housing and houses and for families and things in Richmond. So those 4 are important. The Caritas that I spearheaded, so I really got to know them a lot. I was really overwhelmed by the depth and the breadth that they are providing their clients. It's not just, help for homelessness or housing, but really helping to get to the root cause of homelessness, which is usually a lot of substance abuse related, helping them gain skills. So they're not just giving them a roof over their head, but like trying to get to the root of the problem. I mean, nobody wants to be homeless, right? So there's usually something going on that creates that. So I was really impressed with everything that they're doing and the outreach there to really help people get on their feet. And a lot of people come through their program and then want to work there and give back.
Oh, that's lovely.
But it was extensive.
Yeah.
So I would say Caritas was near and dear to my heart.
Awesome.
Very cool. We're always trying to get involved somewhere as well. So, I mean, if there's ever a time that you guys need extra hands,
Yeah,
you just let us
please.
know. We'd like to get involved and help out
I'll
as much
share
as we
that.
can, too. I love listen to you speak first off. Let me just say that. But we are definitely going to reach out to Caritas, see if there's, whether it's donation or if they need a helping hand with something, we're going to reach out to them and see if we can pitch in a little bit and help out.
They had a great volunteer program, so they're organized and, you feel like you're making a difference.
Good.
Yeah, they were great.
Well, hopefully we can help them.
Yeah, definitely.
Tis the season.
That's right.
All of these questions, if you couldn't tell, most of them were just so we get ideas for what we need to be doing in the community, where I need to be going to dinner, where I'm gonna go get my champagne.
That's very important.
Yeah, we're trying to get local experts to share their expertise.
Well, we really thank you for coming and talking to us today. I mean, I really enjoyed it. And I look forward to continuing to work with you. So thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much. Well, I always entrust Burgess with all my clients. Thank you guys for doing such a great job. Everybody is courteous and professional and very experienced. So thank you.
We would like to thank Elizabeth Hagen with Joiner Fine Properties for joining us today.
Yes, had a lot of fun with you, and thank you so much. She's just very energetic, well-spoken, and it was a great time.
It was great to hear her perspective on the market, and just, she's such a seasoned real estate agent who stayed busy this entire time.
So we do look forward to continue working with her, and
Yeah.
And certainly if we go a couple months and we don't see her name, we're just going to have to start giving her a call.
Oh, we will call and we reach out and we chat. She's fabulous to talk to. I love when we get to interact with her. And I loved hearing about her favorite places in Richmond. I mean, I'm still looking for some of my favorite hangouts. And I don't know if I'm necessarily going to go drink champagne at the bars. I'm not sure I'm at that level yet, but might go check them out.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
Eventually, we'll be at a champagne sipping level.
It's something to aspire to.
I'm going to be Elizabeth Hagen when I grow up.
That's right.
Anyway, thanks again for Elizabeth Hagen coming on and talking to us. We want to remind you all to like, follow, and share on all our social media. And we hope you have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Between the Cracks podcast.